those notifications later. Hello, everyone. My name is Valking. Hello, hello. Sure. Hello. Yes. Not late. We're gonna be playing No Man's Sky today. It's birthday stream. And my birthday was totally like today and totally not like 2 weeks ago. But not late, as I said. And we're gonna get Joyce in here because it's tradition. Which is really, that really just hit me recently. I was like, damn, like, he's been in the last few. We're gonna play No Man's Sky and... What? How dare you? This is a Christian Minecraft stream. What the hell is this? Oh, that's cheese. How dare you? But yes, it is late. It is technically late for many reasons, and we'll get into those reasons. But first, hey, Sonic fans, that Xbox partner show, huh? To those of you that were hyping up that we were going to get something for Sonic Frontiers Definitive Edition, which I'll have thoughts on in a second. Thanks for that. And to those of you who thought they were going to show that and the next big Sonic game, put on this white jacket and go step into the room. I'll come get you once Sega remembers that they own Sonic the Hedgehog.
Shield kinetic system online.
See, here's the thing. I've been playing on that joke for like a week or so now, since the Xbox Showcase. And apparently, like, hours ago today, they were like, oh yeah, like Roger was like, oh yeah, we got a thing coming up in June. So thanks, Roger.
Multi-tool and mining laser attachment operational.
What, like the showcase happening? Yeah, excited. I figured it was going to be June. That's what I'll say. As I've been making jokes about things for months, but I figured it would be about June, given that's his anniversary. Like, honestly, after February, I gave up on like anything like actually happening. Oh. I mean, you know what? So do with me. I'm not the person that got hyped up about okay, I guess I can't get that. Hyped up about it possibly like them showing it off at like a Nintendo Direct. That's the one I never fell for, and I never understood why people were going to go for it. Yeah, like there's one thing Sonic fans will do. No matter what, we will hype ourselves up and then be shocked and get upset that the thing that Sega didn't say anything about didn't have anything Sonic related. And I know it's true because of the whatchamacallit? What is it called? Oh yeah, the Say It Play. Like they said something for the Game Awards. So yeah, it makes sense that there'd be expectations for Sonic for that. They didn't say shit for the Say It Play, and for some reason people were expecting more. I don't know what's wrong with us, but we're all like, there's gonna be more. Also, the reason why I'm doing No Man's Sky over some other game is because it won an award at the Game Awards. And that basically made me go, okay, I'll play it. I was not going to need carbon. And also, this seems like a game that I can kind of just turn my brain off while I blab for a few hours. Which is kind of the point. Which is kind of the point of a birthday stream. But no. I gotta repair my multi-tool.
Component repaired. Technology repaired.
Thank you. Well, thanks for repairing my things. Scan. Okay. Oh. And I'm gonna have to talk about it because I make it a point to talk about death battles around the time after a previous one if I happen to stream around that time. And do I just put it?
Technology recharge.
I don't know what I did, but I did the thing. Anyway, first off, let's start it off positively. Cell vs. Metal Sonic. Absolutely slapped, like I figured it would. So, I didn't get to. Now that we've set on it, your previous Rare Death Battle, I believe you said it was Super Friends Aquaman versus SpongeBob. Would you say that, yeah, would you say that Cell vs. Metal trumped it, or is that still your favorite? Oh, yeah, they do joke battles every once in a while.
Protection falling.
Oh, I got a man to do it. Oh,
Technology recharge.
weird. Oh man, all these things, I'm totally gonna remember. Oh, that's life support.
Technology recharge.
Man, good thing I'm playing the fixed version of this game. Oh, that's nice. And I say quote-unquote fixed because I'm not reading all that. I'm just gonna say that right now, okay? Get me out of the menu! But yeah, I'm not reading all that. But I am mixed on it. Not because I don't like it, because you know I do. I'm mixed on
Protection.
if it's my favorite over Ruby versus Maka. Because I waited years for Ruby versus Maka. Metal versus Cell wasn't really that long of a wait because I really only garnered interest in it as a Metal runback like last year when Character Clash did it. Which I'm going to say right now, Sonic fans, shut the fuck up. You won. Our GOAT literally won. The amount of motherfuckers I have seen bitching about them lowballing Metal's speed is ridiculous. Do I think they lowballed it? Yes, I do. I don't agree with Cell being faster. But he won. Like, they even themselves say how speed technically didn't matter because, haha, chaos control, Cell had no counter. Unfortunately, I do think that is one of the worst examples of I think I talked to you about this. I don't like the category system, and that is one of the worst examples. Because first off, separating strength and speed is weird. Secondly, speed should have just not had it crossed out because they admit that chaos control literally just takes speed out of the equation. They for some reason make abilities a tie, even though by their logic, Metal copying Cell would just give him abilities completely. And they for some reason put adaption as its own separate thing, even though that's also an ability. And I cannot. I'm not reading all this text. Options real quick before I continue saying what I was saying. music. Way down so I can actually hear myself think. And somehow that still feels too loud. Oh, that's not music. Is that music or is that environment? And we'll turn vocals down. Because I want to be able to hear myself think. But overall, I liked it, and there's a good chance that it is my new favorite death battle. Which, if you know anything about me, you know that's kind of a formality thing, because not only do I like most death battles, but it takes something special to debunk an old one. They tend to stick around as new favorites for a while. And now I have to talk about one of the main things I want to talk about in this stream, because it's probably the best thing I'm going to get to do this in, which is the next time.
Toxic protection 40.
Now, truth knows, I have been bitching about Bakugo vs. Reze for a few weeks now. Effectively, shortly after the announcement, when I realized what the matchup was. Because we did watch Cell vs. Metal together, and I'm pretty sure I didn't really have a reaction to Bakugo vs. Reze initially, because I didn't realize what matchup it was. Even when it said it, I was like, oh, okay. And then I looked into it and realized what it was. Now, let me get something out of the way. First off, yes, Reze is getting stomped, and that is not my problem with the matchup. Even going into matchups that I know my preferred character loses, I still hold a positive opinion of like, okay, well, let's see what they do with this, even if I don't like seeing a character I like die. Like, it was generally accepted that Boba Fett was gonna, like, destroy the Predator. And I still went in thinking, well, you know what, if they play their cards right, this could be a good episode. Spoilers, it wasn't really a good episode, but it's irrelevant to the Predator losing. And to just nail that in, I didn't even know who Reze was until that fight was announced, and I watched the movie, which is a very good movie, by the way. Because I am very far behind on Chainsaw Man. Okay. That's the weirdest button ever to have that be sprint. Can I remap that? Control. Nope, get fucked. Okay, cool. But so to give some background for one of the reasons, because there's a couple, and I know I'm going to get hate for this, but I don't like Bakugo as a character. I think he's really, really annoying, and I'm going to give him some credit. I haven't finished the anime because when I watched it last a few months ago, it wasn't done. But it wasn't done, and apparently he gets some character development. Oh, I see what I gotta do. Metal plugging. Oh. Resources. What? Oh. No, wait, what? Okay. No, I don't, apparently. Because it said insufficient resources, but then it's like, no, you got it. Oh man, God, we're gonna be on this planet for a while, aren't we? That's fine. But anyway, I haven't finished, first of all, I haven't finished either. I haven't read My Hero Academia, and I haven't finished reading Chainsaw Man. I'm effectively at, manga-wise, I'm when Shark Fiend showed up. So, you know, not far. Anime, I basically just finished the Reze movie. Which, again, good movie. Window. A new square.
Toxic protection falling.
Oh. This game's got like a million buttons it wants me to click. Do X first? No. Oh, well, duh.
Navigational data received.
Oh. What? What? Oh. Yay. I don't know what I did, but I did say. Anyway. I'm gonna open my drink real quick. But yeah, so, boil down. Part of that is that I like Reze as a character. Really dope. Not going to spoil her story.
Toxic protection falling.
And I don't really like Bakugo, so that's one reason. So that's already putting it on standards of like Megatron versus Frieza, where it's like I don't really care about either character. Except in this case, it's a character I actually kind of like, who's going to get fucking stomped, facing against a character that I kind of really don't like, who's stomping. But is that enough for me to hate a matchup? Yeah, like... Oh, there's someone...
Incoming storm.
Toxic race. Oh, that don't sound good. Yeah, someone was like malding in some of the comments on how like his... And I'm not gonna say this is accurate, because again, haven't read or seen stuff that goes past like... Because anime was... Where I stopped was like Deku going on like his solo hero thing where he was like the new Stain for like 3 or 4 episodes. And I don't consider that spoilers because the anime's been done for like months now. Like they started a whole ass new series. Ah. So like that's effectively where I stopped. Anyway, like someone basically said that his character development happens basically right at the end. And again, not gonna say if that's accurate or not. Change your to sodium. Oh, robot.
Toxic protection falling. Technology recharge.
Damn, this game's got a lot of mechanics.
Toxic protection falling.
Anyway, what are we falling? Seek shelter in caves. What?
Technology recharge.
Adrian's fast. Again,
Toxic protection falling.
stop it, game. I'm not going to say if that's accurate, that that's basically only happens at the end. And I'm going to leave it up to Death Battle to convince me that he, like, is cool besides his power set, which, yeah, that's also cool. Though it does have me worried that they should don't even do setup in his, like, preview. Like, they do not set up My Hero Academia, and maybe it's just because they've had it on the show a few times and don't think it's necessary. But they immediately just jump into talking about his character. Which, yeah, like, not a fan of that.
Toxic
And
protection falling.
I think the worst part of this is that
Technology recharge.
if I end up hating this episode, like I'm unfortunately kind of expecting, it means that we're going to have 2 Chainsaw Man episodes that I don't like, despite liking that series.
Toxic protection.
Because, yeah, spoilers, I don't really like Makima versus Gojo. But that's more of the matchup itself. And it's not hatred. I just think it's a boring matchup. But anyway, the big reason, now that the storm's done and I can stop getting distracted, is this matchup was actually a meme. And to clarify, I have no problems with that. Super Friends Aquaman vs. SpongeBob is basically a meme. Among Us vs. Fall Guys is definitely a meme. I have no problems where the matchup is a joke or it's funny. What's the meme? The meme is that Bakugo stomps Reze so hard. In fact, people only started using the meme, I believe, to basically get away from talking about a different death battle that they didn't want to talk about at the time. So the fact that we're getting a matchup of something that was basically just a meme, ouch, like, doesn't make me happy. And this is going to be a comparison people are going to hate, but I hate it so much that it's basically the Garden of Banban of death battles to me. And I'm not even kidding. Like, I've literally been thinking this for the past few weeks, where it's like, well, at this point, you might as well just do like Ultra Instinct Goku versus fucking Applejack, because what's the difference? Haha, funny, Applejack loses hard. There is no difference, and I fucking hate the matchup because of that. And let me be clear, if you like the matchup, that's cool. Like, I have no issues. Like, I have no issues with people liking matchups. Like, some people hated Cell versus Metal Sonic because Cell gets stomped, obviously. And Death Battle has made episodes where it's like, I don't care about the matchup, but you know, like, it doesn't go beyond that. Did I care about Kratos versus Asura? No, not really. Neither are characters that I really care about. Oh my god, game. It wants me to do so many things. But neither are characters I really care about. Haven't really played the new God of War games, but with the remakes coming out, maybe I'll sit down at some point, play those, and then play the new ones. But I hate the matchup. And let me be clear, I'm not going to farm this for as much as possible. Like, unless this episode absolutely wows me, which I don't expect it to, I am straight up thinking that what's going to happen is that I'm never going to talk about it again. And fine at me. Ugh. And now we got that out of the way, I can talk about something slightly more positive, which is a very short subject before we get into the big meaty thing that I've basically teased for weeks. And a quick explanation, because that does lead into it, is part of the reason why this stream took so long to actually happen was because I was suffering from computer issues. And trust me, we will get to that. But they finally showed off some stuff for the new Halloween game. And I'm going to say now, they've actually kind of convinced me.
Toxic protection.
Oh yeah, whatever. Game. But they've kind of convinced me to give the game a try. Actually, did I? I didn't explore that building, did I? Oh my god, why is L3 the scan button? What monster created this?
Toxic protection. Stabilizing.
Absolutely ridiculous. Can't find it. Recursive pause. But yeah, anyway. The big point I want to say is that I actually, as someone who does not care about the IP, because I've only seen like 4 Halloween movies.
Units received.
Oh, I got units apparently. Nice. But yeah, I don't really care about the IP. No, don't sit down. Stop sitting down. No. I thought that was going to do something else. But it didn't do something else. Crypt navigation data. Anyway, yeah. fuck? Ugh. Sorry. Don't really care for the Halloween IP. I've seen a couple of the movies, not really my thing. And that's just all there is to that. And I ain't gonna pretend there's more to it, because there isn't. And, again to be clear, do not like gun media after what they pulled of Halloween. Which I don't... No, Halloween. No, I mean, Texas. Why did I say Halloween? Craft more. I can craft more.
Toxic protection.
I crafted more. I probably shouldn't have crafted more. With the visor. Do they expect you to remember all this? Because I've done like 12 things that I can tell you right now I am not going to remember. Oh, I'll scan the tree.
Units received.
And I got money for it. Locate your starship. Sure, let me press R3. Oh, maybe it wants me to. Am I really supposed to climb this fuck off mountain? I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing this. But it worked. Alright, cool. But anyway, yeah. I didn't even play Texas that much. Like, I thought it was a pretty good game. For the 3 weeks I played it when it first launched, before everyone, as usual, learns the meta. Which, as usual, ruins everything. I hate metas so much. And that's the reason why I play things like Dead by Daylight with friends, because nobody cares about the meta when you're just having fun and just chatting with friends. But, effectively, it does seem impossible to bully Myers, is the big point that I want to just drive home. Like, first off, he actually has a get out of the jail free card, where if you knock him down, and you can basically, like, you can basically arrest him, which is really funny. He has an ability that just teleports him, and where he can go into a sort of cloaked mode, which for your sake I'll say it's similar to, do you remember like Jason's like shift ability? Yeah, it's basically that. Like, that's the easiest comparison I can make. That. Like, Myers does seem like a beast, and from what I've heard, the few concerns I've had are being limited. Like, survivors can escape, well, they're called heroes in that game, but they can escape like within a minute, but apparently in the final game that won't end the game. And Myers is allowed to just keep killing NPCs because effectively the hero's goal is to actually oh, I can offer you food. Oh, I don't have food. Their goal is actually to like warn the different like NPCs and get the cops called. And as he like kills people, stalks, and admires bodies, he actually gets stronger. Where apparently you actually can't beat him with a melee weapon, and the only risk is oh my god, the only risk is like a gun. Now I'm not gonna say to people who are iffy to not be iffy. Always be iffy. Like, always be iffy and skeptical. Like, it doesn't matter if it's an indie studio that's gained a lot of trust. Doesn't matter if they've betrayed you 10 times. Always be skeptical about games. Like, it's just the important rule. Is just never fully trust them. That being said, am I willing to give IllFonic in this case the benefit of the doubt? Yes, surprisingly and possibly foolishly, I am.
Component repaired.
Oh, and now I gotta build a refiner. things up. You blow things up. Kind of build a refiner. What do you have? Two rare using. Okay. When do I build this? Oh, I only need one. I built 3. He's totally gonna remember all these, is what the devs are thinking. Construct a metal plate. I already built one earlier. Build menu. You know, I think Minecraft had a point when it was like, what did I do? What? Oh. When it was like, oh yeah, let's start them slow. This game's like, nah. Throw them right into the fire. Do I have fertite? I'm gonna assume that this is what this is. Huh, that is not what that is. Fertite dust, oh. Yeah. Where's the fertite? I know I picked up fertite dust. Man, the speedrunners of this game are gonna hate me. Anyway. That's all done. Just put it on me, I guess. I assume that's what I need to do.
Component repaired.
What's this one?
Toxic protection falling.
Oh my god. Pick up portable front. I don't. There, got it. Also, return to your ship. That's what I've been trying to do, game. What is this? Wait, what the fuck? Why does this game have the whole like trigger things that PlayStation was like? Oh, this is the big thing with the PlayStation 5. Seek answers among the stars. That's what I do. Oh, I can shoot. I got weapons? Oh, those are asteroids. That makes a lot more sense. I thought those were leaves getting on my ship's like windshield. Test flight controls and thrust. I'm doing it. Test boost. Yeah, this is a good idea, like right in an asteroid field. Oh my god, okay, we got a hyperdrive. Incoming transmission. And it just goes, hello everyone, my name is Donatine. Well, I identify myself. You're not allowed. I am actually, but okay. Force doesn't count. It said I wasn't. It said I wasn't.
Navigational data received.
Yeah, I think on this way. And then we can start like the real meat and potatoes of what this birthday stream became, because I actually haven't told anyone. Like I mentioned earlier, I had computer problems, and I've kind of updated people about it. But I haven't told, like, specifications. This is a really good idea, as a hyperdrive right into the planet. My finger's slipped. Okay, those plants are apparently really far away. Never mind. Maybe it was a good idea. Why are plants so far away? I'm on the planet's surface, and the game wants me to hyperdrive. You got it, game. I'm a square. Landing not clear. It feels pretty clear, but okay. Why have I not played this game sooner? This is pretty dope. And I like space. Flying too fast. What do you mean, fuck? Flying too fast? What? Oh. That... It would be helpful to look at the tutorial things on the side. No, I'm good. I still do not own a Switch 2, and at this point, it's not going to happen for a long time. If ever. I do probably have that somewhere. Oh my, I hate the fucking scan. Why is L3 scan? What goddamn game developer monster decided that? I want to complain to the manager.
Toxic protection falling.
Anyway. But yeah, I haven't told anyone this. I think I've told you bits and pieces of it. To the point, I want to point this out, just so people know that this lasted a while, to the point where Joyce, who's normally all happy, jokey, I'm pretty sure I actually concerned you at points. Like when it started to reach, like when it was like becoming more clear that this problem has been lasting a long time, and that it's frustrating me. Like, I want to point out, I concerned my mom with these issues, and she doesn't know anything about computers. So, to give some background, this problem started, I want to say early February, is what I believe.
Technology recharge.
I think it was like early February, and wasn't solved until like around mid-March. So like early mid-February to mid-March. So basically a month. The problem started with Unreal Engine 5, and I hate that I have to tell a story that involves me shitting on Unreal Engine 5. Now, let me just clarify something. I like Unreal Engine 5. It's my primary engine of use. I ended up switching to it after Unity pulled their bullshit that they did, which, for a smaller amount of, or for those who don't know, they basically were going to charge developers, like, per download of their games. And they eventually did backtrack it, I believe, but I had already jumped ship. In fact, I think there's actually a video on the channel that has me just airing my grievances about that. And what the fuck? I'm gonna assume that was another player. Because I think that's what this game is, infinite planets and infinite players or whatever. I don't know, I just know that Oh. Oh. So if I just saw like a ship, so is that like just an NPC then? Oh, okay. So that thing was saying that other players can just join your game is lying. Cool. To give a tiny bit more context. Actually, you know, we're going to pause Computer Sword for just a second, because technically this would be better if I explain stuff with Rose's game. Because it does kind of evolve, like project stuff. And we're going to make it quick, which is the TLDR is, I think I said on a few different streams now. I don't know what that did. I think I've said it on a couple different streams now. I know I might have explained to you, Joyce, at one point. But I've effectively put the project on an indefinite hiatus for a couple different reasons, but I was just getting frustrated with trying to get things to work, and I basically had new ideas of how things could work, and it could theoretically solve my problems, but I was not in the mood to redo the entire main room again. So, like, that's the effect of it, is that worked on the project for a very long time, it didn't really go anywhere, and I didn't really feel like restarting and redoing things again. Restarting and redoing things again. So, yeah, pretty much. So I ended up just saying, like, okay, I'm just going to put this on hiatus and work on something else. And I will confirm right now, just because it's technically part of the story, that yes, I am on a new project. No, I'm not going to talk about it. I will probably talk about it once I can properly show it off.
Toxic protection.
Which is honestly how you should do these things. But that was effectively needed. I need to say that because this project starts with me commissioning some artwork. And it ain't going to be shown to the public for a while. Or ever. Because it was for a character for this new project I'm on. Because, again, I am on a new one. Where's the... Oh, the thingy's over there. No, the thingy's over here. Damn, stop confusing me. Oh, no. I didn't get confused. But follow the coordinates. Target aligned. Okay, so it's that way? Okay, it's that way. I forgot I had a, like, file scanner. Activate a target sweep. I did. Game. But, my original plan was basically commission this artwork. After that's done, commission a separate one. And then, start prototyping. Spoilers, don't do it like that. Hi, okay, enjoy the Star Wars battle. Why is there a whole squadron? What the hell? Like, oh, please tell me that's not them landing. But anyway, my point is, you shouldn't do it like that. Prototype as soon as possible. And I figured that out quickly when I was like, oh, what's this? And I'm glad I did decide that. Because, I'm going to say, art piece stuff took a little longer than I was anticipating. Since it basically, I started that around the time when these issues started. And it's only just now getting done. And I'm going to say now, it's not done. And I'm okay with saying that. I will be showing people like Joyce what it is because I give special privilege because I'm unfair like that, I guess. But won't be shown public for a very long time. And like I said, one of the reasons why I wanted to defend Unreal 5 in this situation, despite all this, like despite this starting from Unreal Engine 5, I don't know if you, like, you may not be in the game dev community, which then again, you don't need to be for this, but people kind of hate Unreal Engine 5 now. Like, I see a lot of people say that it's an unoptimized engine. And whether that's true or not is irrelevant. Like, to the point where if a game is unoptimized, people do not blame the developers that didn't optimize the game. They instead blame the engine. Which kind of rubs me the wrong way. Isn't that like accidentally shooting someone because you were swirling a gun around and then blaming the gun instead of the person that wasn't using gun safety? I don't know. My point is that rubs me the wrong way. I don't like that.
Technology recharge.
Like, the tool is never truly at fault. Like, again, Unreal has its issues, and I'm sure I'm going to have grievances with it, and this was my first real one. I'm not going for that. Fuck that. But anyway, my first idea was to just start prototyping while I was waiting for the commission to get done. Which at the time I was thinking, that's a good idea. And granted, it is. Ouch. And it was a good idea. Because... Well, no, it was a good idea because I wouldn't have discovered this issue if I had put it off until effectively really bad stuff. But the short version is, because trust me, the story is long and nothing in it is going to truly be short. But the short version was, Unreal Engine 5 would not launch. Just wouldn't launch. I could open the thing up, but if I tried to get into the editor, it would get to like 99%, give or take, and then it would crash. And I'm talking every single time. I tried like 10 separate times. Without fail, did it every single time. So I'm like, okay, what the hell is this? What's going on? Like, So I ended up basically spending more or less all day. Ouch, my limbs. Basically all day. Ouch. Trying to solve this. And I come to a conclusion. My computer ain't that old, but it's a pre-built computer. I didn't build it. And let me just say, like for any people out there, that I advise you to build your own computer. You don't know how? Figure it out. And that is not even a joke. Because the big flaw of getting something pre-built is you don't know what's in it. Like, even if you don't know what you're doing, at least you know, with some research, you'll know, with some research, what you're putting in it and what something does. I didn't have that luxury because everything was pre-built. And after all this, I'm going to tell you right now, a bit of spoilers, I never want to build my own fucking computer for the rest of my fucking life. Just know that's where this leads. But I came to one conclusion, which was my GPU just can't run UE5 anymore because it's been getting updates, which means it's been getting stronger, which unfortunately means, because computer stuff, that it's going to take more power now. And yeah, makes sense. And I'm going to confirm that, yes, that was the problem. But oh boy, is there an entire fucking list of side objectives that ended up happening before that was truly solved. So I basically spend all day looking into that. And it gives me an error code, and this was technically a shot in the dark because like that error code was popping up for other people, and I was seeing things like, oh, like you have a texture that isn't on your files anymore. And I'm going to say now, that wasn't the issue. I was starting a brand new project from scratch. And it confused me even more because one of the pre-built projects was working fine. Like a pre-built one that just teaches you how to use Unreal Engine 5 would launch. But the one that would, like, let me test a basic, like, 3D fighting game space wouldn't. And that's perfect for this new project. And again, I'm not going to say anything about it, but that's literally perfect. So I go through all day with that, and unfortunately I have that thing where if something like pisses me off enough, I get petty and I just refuse to work. And I don't know why. I don't know who I'm being petty towards other than myself, but I felt petty, so didn't work, and just instead like did some research into that, came to the conclusion that it was a problem with the GPU and I just needed to get a new one. And I can tell you right now, the one I had was basically like a small little disc-looking thing that was attached to like a byte chip thing that was in the computer. And from what I've been told, it was basically like Microsoft's basic one. So yeah, that also needed to be upgraded. That was always going to need to be upgraded at some point. So I do the thing, I go on Amazon, which, this is another point I'll say is that's also kind of risky, and you should probably just buy directly. Like, first off, do research to see if that part can go in your computer. I'm lucky that the one I got did. And, so make sure it's compatible, and buy from the company, preferably. Like, I like it. I like me some Amazon, mostly, but you never know what you're going to get. But again, I can confirm that ended up being fine. But anyway, a few days pass. I finally get the part, and stupidly, I make the bright decision to not immediately get to work on it, and instead put it off for a few days. I'll do it this weekend when I have the time. It's a weekend where no stress could possibly happen. Right? You would think. Nope. I end up having to look up a tutorial, first off, to uninstall the drives on the computer, and don't even ask me what a drive is. I don't know. I'm sure it has something to do with the GPU, because I spent a while getting GPUs and drives mixed up. And just so we're keeping track, for all the mathematicians out there, the GPU I bought ended up costing me around $600. It was a very pricey one, and it takes up like the entire space, like middle space of the computer. And again, it was unfortunately expensive, but that's fine. Anyway, so just imagine me, a guy who has never really built computers before or done anything like that, fucking sitting there from like 6 to maybe even, actually probably even closer to like 4 or 5 to like 9. So like 5 to 6 hours of me like sitting in my room on my floor getting it installed, because the TLDR is that uninstalling the drive wasn't really an issue. Like, that had a couple issues. They're not really worth mentioning. Like, for like a good 20 minutes, I got stuck in safe mode, because you gotta do that to uninstall drives, and I couldn't get out of it, and it was really, that was the start of the absolute madness of this. But eventually, I got out of that, and I'm like, cool, let's turn the computer off, like unplug everything, turn it all the way off so there's no power at all. And then let's get this GPU store installed. This will be a quick 30-40 minute job. It can't possibly take more than an hour. And yeah, it took like 5, maybe 6 hours. And you'd think, okay, you finally get installed. Was it solved? Was your problem finally solved? No. God, no. Because I immediately tried, first off, this is another thing I gotta say not to do, is your power source, which if you've ever owned an actual desktop choice, you'll know what it is, but it's basically the battery to the computer, from my knowledge of what I know. Do not, actually, never mind. I'm being stupid. My power source was not modular, which basically just means it has a bunch of holes in it, and you can plug up, basically as many things as possible. The one I had was pre-built. So I had a couple wires going in, and only like one cord that was supposed to go into the GPU. What's wrong with that? My new one had two. And I can't. And I got frustrated about that, and again, stupidly, because this is when the sunk cost fallacy started. Let me just say that. This is when my sunk cost fallacy started. Because I immediately kind of just give up and put it off for a few more days until next weekend, which again, we shouldn't do. Just, if you're having computer problems, push through it. Like, cause God. And when I finally get the nerve to get back to it, I found out the hard way when I take out the power source that I can't take out the old ones. They're legit wired in and not plugged in. So, and the issue with that was I actually bought wires to plug into the power source. And here's what I have to say: don't do that. Like that is a serious don't. Like, it is. I don't even know if it's recommended. I'm pretty sure it is just straight up a thing that when you buy a power source, only plug things in that came with that power source. Like, otherwise, I believe it can fry the computer. Like, I don't think it destroys it completely, but it basically just wastes the power source. And I had bought in like 3 or 4 wires, so we're looking at a good chunk of money down the drain already. Like, on just fucking wires. So, that's upsetting. But, it's whatever, right? I'll just buy a new one. And I did. No, luckily, okay, it wasn't without issues. Because I ended up having to cancel, like, the original one I wanted. This is when I smartened up a bit and did research into what a good one would be. And then I bought, and I'm trying to remember, it was like was it Sonar? It was like, I don't know if it was Sonar. It's something like that. Like, it's probably not that. I'm probably misremembering it, and I can check, but I don't feel like checking, so I'm not going to. Where is the thing? I don't care that much now. Okay, it's like all the way this way. But anyway, that was most without problems. I mean, initially, like the first one I bought, like when I think I bought one and then changed my mind because I found a better one for like a better price or something like that. And then I swapped to that. And then that one was just like, okay, this will be here in like 2, maybe 3 months. And I'm just like, what do you mean 3 months? Like, you can't just like, no. And I immediately was like, no, I'm canceling that. Like, fuck no. I refuse to wait 3 months for this. And luckily, and I think I bought one that was like a little cheaper, because I think that was like $300. But again, that was canceled, and I bought one that was like $200. So, not too bad for a power source. But if you're doing your math, that means I have spent $800, not counting the wires, on fixing this problem. And I didn't say it earlier, but I give full permission for everyone to laugh, because I am over it. I am going to sound angry as I tell the story. Trust me, because we're like, by this point in the time, we're like 2 weeks in. And if you remember, I said this lasted like a month. And I found a cave. Okay. So, and again, I am glad. My only gladness with this is that, like, with all that happening, is I can I can give advice on what you should and shouldn't do. And again, part of this was my fault, because I did the thing where I just put things off because I feel petty about it. I don't really think I want to explore that cave. That is one of the concerns, but it's also like off the beaten path I've been heading toward for like 15 minutes. But anyway, okay. So I put it off for the week till the weekend because again, I'm very stupid and I'm very petty. Even though my logic was that it will be a stress-free time, and again, it wasn't. Because I only said that it took like 4 or 5 hours. Because again, I had never really built computer stuff before. Like, so I didn't know what to do. I had to use YouTube tutorials, and that can only get you so far. And for the most part, it did fine. Oh, 6 or a 5? That's a 5. Oh my god, I hate that that's the split button. Jesus Christ. Anyway, the power source arrives, and yes, technically I'm skipping over a detail or two, because there was technically some IRL personal life stuff that I barely remember, and it's irrelevant to the story anyways, that technically happened both on putting the GPU in and the power source. Both cases, I don't think it's relevant, I don't think it's worth talking about, so I'm not going to bring it up. Because it is huge personal life stuff, so we're going to ignore that. So, you think, okay, you unscrew the wires, you take it out, you unplug the stuff, since you did it before, and surely you just put it in. And you're half right. It did start out as me taking out the screws, taking the power source out, and putting the new one in. Because I had already done it before, I knew what to do. Good. Improvements. Then I had to unplug wires, and that quickly becomes a problem much later. Like, I don't think this took as long as the GPU for some reason. I think this only took like 2 hours. So that's a very slight improvement. And after 2 hours, I get it all plugged in. And it's like thinking, and it's like, nice. Finally over. No, of course not. Naturally, because first off, I want to say, this was a 2-night job, because I got started on it late, technically. So Saturday, I got started on it like 9, and I didn't finish. There's another squadron. I didn't finish until like, until like 11 or 12. And that was the point when I was like, okay, I'm just gonna put this off for the night, come back tomorrow with a fresh perspective, because I don't want to work on this until 3 a.m.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
Okay, now I got a lot of those. So I put it off. Next day, I get started much earlier, just in case that this was going to take 9 hours, and I'm going to say it didn't. So honestly, it probably didn't take 2, because 2, it would have already been done. So it took a while, like the first night. Because again, you got to remember, this is the perspective of, I had never done this before, and I am stupidly just doing it based off tutorials, not watching them all the way through, and just going going with it as I go, instead of taking it to people who will know what to do. Hang on one sec. Is there anything else I need to... No? Okay. But anyway, after what felt like forever, but trust me, that was not the forever. I finally did it. I got everything plugged in. And then, like, again, stupidly didn't test things because I just assumed it would work. But anyway, I plug everything in. Next day, I'm like, all right, let's get back to it. I go to turn it on. It doesn't turn on. I immediately start checking things, and I'm like, oh, is the little switch on the power source off? Like, that sounds like something I would do. And I flip it. I hold the power button. Doesn't do anything. And I'm like looking around. I'm like, oh, maybe it's not plugged in all the way. try to plug it in more. Doesn't turn on. I switch the cord into like a different outlet. Doesn't turn on. And like this is like 20 minutes of me being like, oh no, like maybe this will solve it. I've only tried this one thing. I've only tried like 5 different things. Like I've only tried like 12 things. Like how long do you let this go on for? And I eventually give up. Except, yeah, I was reaching those lows. Except, I then just do the thing that I always do whenever there's an issue. Whenever I have a problem, I check Reddit. Now let me say, I have a Reddit. I'm not on it a lot. But I have it there for various reasons. And this one became, the reason for this one quickly became to just like try to solve my computer problems. Sorry, I had to get a drink, but what the hell is this? Hold that thought apparently. Select terrain manipulator.
Technology installed.
Oh, I need the other thing. Okay, never mind. False alarm. I don't have terrain manipulator. I can't manipulate the terrain. Anyway, I checked Reddit, and this is one of those things where it's like you should really, really verify things. And I really tried to verify things. But when I looked up problems similar to mine, the first thing that popped up was, oh, like, your front panel connectors aren't plugged in. And and stupidly, I'm like, awesome, problem solved. Like, problem solved. Let me, like, just dump more money down the fucking drain and buy fucking, like, front panel connectors. And you bet your goddamn ass I did. Like, I bought one. And then we ran into another problem because, of course, there weren't enough. I don't know what front panel connectors look like. And at this point, I don't know the model for my motherboard. And this is the biggest piece of advice I will probably give, besides one other thing that we'll get to. Do not buy anything until you know what model your motherboard is. I don't care if you bought your computer pre-built or if you built it yourself. Verify what your motherboard is. Because you can tell that this story you can tell I already had a horrible time. But imagine if I bought like a GPU for $600 and my motherboard just wasn't compatible with it. Like, that would be awful. Like, so like as horrible as this sounds, it is still lucky that the GPU I got worked with my motherboard. And I'm sure someone who's smart will say, oh, well, GPUs are universal or something. And maybe they are, but again, these are things you want to verify. Did I get one? What do those look like? I don't know where to get those.
Technology recharge.
Oh, is it? Maybe it's blue things. Do I need blue things? Is that where the metal is? Oh. I like it. No, I don't think so. I've been collecting these crystals. Yeah. Maybe it's a... Oh my god. Maybe I get it through this. Cobalt. No fuel. Oh. Well, ain't that just dandy? Take my oxygen then. I don't need it. Yeah, I'm just gonna assume that so this don't do anything, and that it's not for this. So give me back my oxygen. But anyway, like again, there's a lot of lucky points despite how this story goes, and I eventually just give up. I buy a bunch of, like, I'm like checking. I eventually do find what my motherboard is, and then I go through the pain of basically. Oh, was that it? Hang on. Basically, going through the same stuff of. Oh my god! Why do I keep? Oh, Power World! Quit screwing with me! But I go through the effort of checking online for the manual, because I stupidly threw my old one away, which, yeah, don't do that either. There's a lot of don't do that's in this story. No, what? Then how do I... Where's the thing I just picked up? Okay, I'm going to assume you find it in the environment. Oh, greenish ship. That makes a lot of sense. But, yeah, like, I'm checking my, thing. Which I totally forgot I was supposed to do a thing. So, real quick, we're gonna... That's may or may not be clipped weird. Because I totally forgot that I was going to record this story. But luckily, I can save the last 30 minutes, so that's what I'm going to do. Oh, another cave. No, thank you. But anyway. No, let's probably get back to the story. So, I'm like checking manuals, because again, don't throw your manual away, but I end up finding my model. I check manuals. It's showing me where the front panel connectors are. For whatever reason, mine doesn't match that, because it shows it around the middle. Mine are closer to the bottom, apparently. And that only happens after what I presumed were my front panel connectors being unplugged. I end up buying more. Because I'm like, oh, well, it's the wrong type. Naturally. So, before that, I had bought probably like 3 to 4, like maybe even 5 like things of wires. Yes. And so, stupidly, buying more wires, I instead buy 2 different ones. Just in case. Just in case I didn't waste enough money. Just in case of a lot of things, I guess, because I buy 2 more. And using the manual, I sit down, start working on it, and I discover jack shit. Like, straight up, cannot figure it out. Oh, yeah, I guess I should analyze this. Cool. Why's your thing breathing out? Stop that. But anyway, I discovered jack shit. And this is like probably week 3 or 4 of this, by the way. And so I eventually do what, in all honesty, I probably should have done earlier. And we basically end up just taking it to a shop. And for very specific reasons, I'm going to say right now, I will not be saying the name of the shop or the person's name. It is... is that my... I don't think that's what I need. No. It is not like a business with with employees like because I initially thought that's what it was too when I found it online. But it is instead basically just a small little like business a guy is running out of his apartment. So for those reasons, I will not be saying his name and will not be saying the name of the shop. So basically, we end up going there late because, well, I'm saying this, I actually cannot drive. I have not had my license for a very long time. So my mom has to take me there, and that's the whole thing. It's fine, but due to things, had to go there. Like, how have I not found a carbon nanot? I have carbon. I just picked up carbon.
Toxic protection falling.
But we end up going there, and this is going to sound very sketch, but I'm going to assure you now, he was a nice dude, really helped out. But we pull up at, this is like 9 or 10, so it's dark. I'll do carbon. No, I don't need carbon. I need... Yeah. Okay. I may have to do... Where do I get the... What is it called? I forget what it's called. Hang on. Carbon nano... Where do I get carbon nanotubes? I don't know where I get those. Whatever. But anyway, this is going to sound sketch, but it's like 9 or 10, which I'll just say, I live in the US, and so by 9 or 10, it's dark. Like maybe in other places it's not. I don't sound good. So like, by 9 or 10, it's dark. So, real late at night, we pull up to the place, which I'm just going to say it's basically a small apartment complex area. Like, if you've ever seen any movie ever where there's like not like a motel, but like basically just a bunch of small rooms in one area with each of them being separated by walls. And that's like, and that's your... But where do I get those? Like, I'm sure people know what I'm talking about. But like, if you've ever seen a movie with that, that's what it is. And we get out, and we hear a dog barking. And it's like, okay, that's fine. You know, guard dogs and all. And, again, this is going to sound very sketch, but suddenly, a dude who isn't wearing a shirt, and is probably like 6 feet, at least, like probably like 6'2", comes, like is screaming at the dog. And I'm going to assure you, he is a nice guy. But that is, you can understand how that felt very sketch in the moment. Like, and I'm like immediately like, And then like, we immediately like ask him, like, oh, hey, is this like the computer reference? He's like, oh yeah, that's what it is, what's up? He's very chill, but it was terrifying in that moment, man. Yeah, pretty much. Like, he's like, shut up! Like getting really mad. And trust me, I get it. I have a pit bull. He's very jumpy. He's not dangerous, but he's very excitable and jumpy, and I get annoyed with him a lot. I don't really yell at him like that. Mostly because I don't have it in my heart to yell at a dog. But, like, that was super sketch. Yeah. And it's not even a big dog, too. I just want to point out. It's like a small little, like, probably around the size of a Chihuahua. It's like maybe a little bigger. It is a really small dog. But like, again, he's chill. We go in, and I explain my issues, and this is like, first off, I wish this is where it ended because it would have been the best ending because it would have been the most anticlimactic thing. But I explained my issue. Like, we set it up, and he takes a look at it for like 40 seconds, maybe a minute to 2 minutes. And he's just like, oh yeah, your things are here. And then he's like, oh, hey, your wires are coming loose. And I'm like, oh, well, that probably happened on a car ride. And turns out, because again, very inexperienced at this, when you plug things into computers like that, if you plug them in right, they can't come undone. You remember earlier when I said that, okay, good. You remember earlier when I said that experienced people would make sure that it's all good, they would know what they're doing, and would basically, I don't even think I said it, but yeah, triple check your stuff when you plug things in. But I said something about that earlier of like, I didn't know what I was doing, and I was kind of just following tutorials, and that would come back to bite me. Remember that part? Yeah, this is when it comes back to bite me, because what happens is, he unplugs them, plugs them back in, like he unplugs them, and basically just, whoop, flips them over, plugs it back in, and he presses the power button, it immediately powers on. And I'm not shitting you. Like, you know when you're so embarrassed and you're just like, you're just over everything where you throw your arms up and you kind of look to the side? I actually did that. Because that was just embarrassing, man. And again, wanted to say, nice dude. And it's like, okay. And again, that is not where the story ends, unfortunately. Yeah. But like, it's like, okay. It looks like it's working, and he doesn't even charge me money. Like, I just want to put that out. He didn't even charge me money because it was just such a quick fix. So, he doesn't charge me money. I don't know. And we end up leaving. I set up the computer, and I don't mess with it because by this point, I was tired. I didn't want to look at a computer. Man, I'm going to have to start breaking things down. Where do I get the... Oh, that's an alien thing. Where do I get the fucking, like, carbon metal tubes? Apparently. There, I got more room now. Projectile ammunition. I don't even have a gun to shoot. Well, I technically do, but... No, get that out of here. Oh my fucking god. You craft them. Well, I'm a fucking idiot. I got so enraptured in the fucking... I forgot how I did it in the... Oh my god. Gather copper. You mean the copper I probably have? Because I've been collecting things for like 30 minutes now? That is perfect. Leave me alone. Fuck me. Where is it? Alright, well, I'll talk about it there. Alright, so effectively, I don't mess with the computer for a few days because I'm at this point I'm under the assumption that my problems are finally over. I don't need to worry about anything. It's all calm. It's all fine. Yeah, pretty much. And then a few days go by, and I won't say what I was going to do because private stuff, but I was finally like, oh, let me do a thing with the computer now it's all solved. And I've booted up, and you think, ah, bliss is here because it finally works. It boots into BIOS mode. And I'm just dumbfounded because I had never seen BIOS mode at this point. I had never needed to mess with it. And honestly, this is where things get a bit hazy because of how long this lasted. But I can just tell you that... Well, I just destroyed it instantly. What the fuck? Oh, right, terrain build. This is where things get a bit hazy, but... It's effectively a few weeks of me doing research, trying to figure out how to get it back into, you know, fucking Windows. And if you're thinking of starting some kind of like... How do I switch my modes? Oh, I don't. I just fire out the ground apparently. Okay. But I'm not gonna start. We're not gonna start arguments over Linux or Windows of what you should or shouldn't do. Not here to do that. And I really don't care. If it works, it works. But like, I basically spent a few weeks trying to solve it, and I'm under the assumption that Windows just for some reason was not installed onto my graphics card. And well, that sounds ridiculous because I don't even know if it worked like that. You gotta remember, at this point, I'm still mixing up drive and graphics card. Like, because I had seen them used a bit interchangeably, I think. And I think you can use them interchangeably. So this just basically ended up confusing me and looking into the wrong stuff. And I want to say that I basically spend every single day working on it for a few hours for at least a week. Maybe 2. And I can basically say that what brought it to a head was I had bought a flash drive to basically move a Windows thing over to the computer to try to get it set up on there. And I'm trying different things. I'm using my mom's laptop to do this, first off, and I'm using like different things, different apps, which honestly I don't even remember if I ever uninstalled the app that I got on the thing. So, whoops on that. Is it in the cave? Nope. So, oops on that. But, what ends up... No, I'm not Eventually, like, you know, I'm using flash drives, and I end up throwing, like, the first one away, because it, like... I had it, like, plugged in, and I had plugged the charger into the laptop because it was dying, and stupidly wasn't paying attention, because I was wondering why it wasn't charging, and I plugged it in the wrong port. And I ended up moving the laptop, trying to find the charging port, and I put pressure right onto the flash drive, and it snaps off the protectors. Now, I'm pretty sure it still worked. I just took a big fucking tumble. But anyway, like, luckily, it wasn't broken like Joyce was saying it was. And I'm pretty sure it did end up working, but... I mean, maybe it was broken, honestly, because it still... Unlike before, where it was working, it didn't boot into BIOS. Which, you know, that was never resolved. So, don't even ask me why it was doing that. Like, because before, when I had done attempted the Windows setup stuff with the flash drive, it was booting into, like, the, like, Windows 11 setup. Oh my god, why does it have to be this one? And, the problem is, like where it's like, basically, it just wouldn't accept my graphics card, because, for whatever reason, didn't like it, I don't know, it had sex with its mother or something. Couldn't tell you. Like, it was like, this isn't a parameter, you need to set this to like a GPT, like, thing. And no, not ChatGPT before anyone makes some kind of conclusion / obvious joke. But okay, I thought I just died, Jesus Christ. But anyway, that goes on for a while. And, like, after that, before it goes on for a while, because it does go on for a while, but I'm not going to sum it up like that. I buy a different flash drive, and, because I think I went through, like, 3 flash drives of the same type, And that one, I think, does end up breaking. And I cannot even remember for the life of me what happened. Because one just stopped working, I think. No, I think what happened was one just stopped working despite everything, and that second one was the one where I snapped off the protectors. And I ended up throwing it away. And again, there's a chance that was broken, and I do kind of think it was, but I threw the first one out when it probably was still working. So then I do the bright thing. I buy more flash drives. And this time I spend the good money. I buy 3 flash drives, like a pack of 3, that are like securely built ones. And you gotta remember, every single time I do this, I have to sit through the like 10 to 15 minute transfer onto the flash drive because my mom's laptop is like a little MacBook laptop thing. Oh, I gotta do that. Oh, but I got a million of a lot of things. I don't need these probably. There we go. What am I crafting? Oh, okay. But so every single time, so that's probably a few hours of doing this. Like a few hours of doing this. Her base computer. Wait, what? Create chromic metal. Use copper. Okay, I got copper somewhere. I know I got copper. Do I have copper? Oh, I got a shit ton of copper. Take all my copper. Good God. Anyway, so I go through that. I have to go through that every single time. So it's like, it ends up going by 2 hours. And then, like, well, honestly, probably the whole day goes by. Because the next day happens, and the new flash drives had arrived. I'm ready to finally kneecap this problem, never have to deal with it again. And I go to turn the computer on, and it turns on. But the monitor doesn't properly connect. And this is the point where, like, rage really started to boil with him. When I, like, you know, people have seen me get mad at video games, so it's like, I genuinely try to be a calm and collected person, even though I get mad at when I shouldn't. Oh, I guess this is base? I didn't know I was doing that. Okay, this is base apparently. But I try to be calm. But this is when I started to lose my mind, and I do kind of, like, take it out slightly. I don't say anything, but, like, I do kind of, like, take it out on the, like, the person who posted that Reddit. Like, again, I didn't, like, leave any, like, replies to them, because they aren't, like, the cause of my issues, technically speaking. Oh, God, who wants me to do that? Okay. But like, I literally remember this, like, during this time, like, I was getting super frustrated, because remember, this is like 3 or 4 weeks. So I'm remembering that post, and then I'm remembering how that basically led me down a rabbit hole that didn't go anywhere. And I'm seeing the comments of people talking, and at this point I'm just seeing different comments of how it's like, oh, thank you for fixing my issue, and personally, it does upset me when... Oh, okay, this ain't bad. It does upset me whenever I see, like,
Incoming storm.
like, I don't know if this upsets you, but, like... Okay, it's gonna bug someone with OCD, it's fine. I don't know if this bugs you, Joyce, but, like, when you have an issue and you're looking it up and you just see people being like, yo, cheers, dude, thanks for fixing my problem, this fixed it, and you're still dealing with the problem. It shouldn't upset me. It does. It really shouldn't. And I think, again, this is when I started to get really mad, where seeing all that kind of just upset me. And I'm going to tell you right now, legit, probably almost through my fucking phone. Like, and I get it, alright? I am aware that random Redditor 589 ain't the reason why I'm having, like, issues.
Toxic protection. Stabilizing.
Like, they ain't the cause of all these of all these problems. Yes, they sent me down a damn rabbit hole that
Toxic protection.
like
Stabilizing.
that I unfortunately sent myself down. But again, not their fault. But man, my cell phone almost met the fucking sun. Like, and at this point, I'm literally like thinking to myself, I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? Thanks for solving my issues. Like, do none of you see this, right? Like, I'm still having these fucking computer issues. Like, I'm pretty sure I was actually swearing in real life where I'm like, my fucking shit is broken. My fucking shit isn't working. Like, I'm so fucking done with all these issues. And I don't even spend too much time trying to fix the monitor. I immediately make plans to buy a new one, stupidly thinking that it's a problem with the monitor and not something I did. But I hold off. And I instead call that same guy, and he basically tells me, yeah, don't buy like a new monitor, like bring it down here, bring the computer down here, and we'll test things. And like we'll work on that.
Toxic protection. Falling.
This is a terrible base. Please let this be a one-off stream. Oh god, it's not even leveled. Oh my god. Oh my god. But anyway, so after that, I take the computer to the dude,
Storm clearing.
and we get there early enough, like, 'cause we basically end up going on a Walmart trip, and we go to the place because he had basically told me, yeah, I'll be there in like an hour. He wasn't at his place within an hour, and his place is like a 30-minute drive from my place. Kind of wanted to, but we ended up sitting. Remember, this is like his house, so we basically just sat outside his house for like 45 minutes, and my mom had a thing she had to do. Research unit. Okay. Magnetized fertile. I know I have that somewhere. Did I get rid of that? Don't tell me I got rid of that. Maybe I don't have that. Do I actually not have that? It would be very stupid if I didn't have that. Where's my fertile? Pure fertile. I have fertile dust. Okay, that works. Awesome. So we're basically sitting outside his house for like 45 or 50 minutes, give or take. And my mom's got things she's got to do, so we can't be there forever. And I do eventually just call him. Just ignore how bad the house is, please. I do eventually call him, and again, this is just another case of how nice he is. He actually, because he had a job that he was doing, because I think the whole computer fixing stuff is on the side. But he actually just put stuff off with his current client to come by and pick up the computer so he can put it in his house and work on it. And again, this is where I definitely don't remember all the little details. But like, he comes by, gets it in his house, we leave. I get a call from him in like 15 minutes in, and we talk through details. And this is where I am going to have to do a TLDR because I cannot remember half the details, mostly because I didn't understand half of what he was saying. But we basically come to an agreement. Like, he doesn't just, let me point this out, he doesn't just fix the whole BIOS issue, which I couldn't even tell you what was causing that because I do not remember. It's been too long. But he fixes that and basically does a complete upgrade on the computer and bought a part for me, which I did pay him back for, don't worry, and installed that into the computer and basically just did a fresh reboot on the computer and basically upgraded it. And it took him like a day, maybe. Like, like, because I'm pretty sure within the next day, I had gone, we had driven back there, and this was unfortunate that day where my mom had to do something, so that was unfortunate, but, so we couldn't test everything we wanted. So he basically did a complete fresh reboot, made the computer run faster, thankfully, and trust me, it does run faster, like he said it would. Okay. Oh shit, no, I don't need that many. Requires magnetized ferrite. This is magnetized. Unless I was just screwing with something. Your mom? Anyway. Like, I spent a long time talking to this dude, because again, he's a chill dude. He's a really nice guy. And I definitely, and I didn't keep his number after we were done, because it was a purely business thing. But he's a chill dude. And after all is said and done, we go there, and we pick up the computer, and unfortunately it did take us a little, like because we were on a time crunch, we couldn't test every little thing, but he got like almost everything back on there except in Unreal Engine 5, and he was like, oh, I assure you, it's going to work. And I'm just going to tell you now, yes, it does work. Oh, I'm stuck with that spot, okay. And, but, like, we get there, and, he gets it back off. He gets Unreal Engine 5 for me. Oh my god, let me in the house.
Toxic protection. Stabilizing.
Cannot build missing components. Well, yeah. What do I need? Magnetized ferrite. Okay. Anyway. Like, we don't get to test every little thing. Like, the only thing we didn't get to test was if Unreal Engine 5 would launch. And if you remember, that's what was causing this issue. Like, that's like what really started all this. Like, the same thing where it's like, okay, the application is launching, but we didn't have time to test to see if we could start a project. So I basically had to wait until we got home. And once home, which by the way, before we get to that, remember the whole point of me not knowing what I was doing would bite me in the butt, and then it started biting me in the butt? Yeah, there was a wire that I unplugged and forgot to plug back in, and I knew I did, but I couldn't remember I couldn't remember for sure. So I believe that was actually the cause of the BIOS problem. Is because naturally I forgot to plug something in. Oh my god, okay, that's funny. Okay, and I need a research unit. Research these balls in your mouth.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
But anyway, after all that, we get it home. My mom heads off to her thing, and I turn on the computer, and it turns on a lot faster. Unreal Engine 5 still takes a few minutes, but that's whatever. It's probably because I don't have a lot. I only have 2 RAM things, and I need to upgrade a memory thing. That is something he suggested, and I'm going to tell you right now, that's not going to happen for a while, because my interest in touching computers in any way is, oh boy, like, it is down the drain, and it's not happening. This is the worst fucking spot.
Toxic protection. Falling.
Oh, there we go. Anyway, like, basically, it takes a while to launch, but I boot up a test project, and it boots up. It doesn't crash. And it all works. It's all fine. But, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I've used the computer a bit. I haven't really done the prototyping I meant to do, and I'm probably not going to for at least another day. But yeah, that's the computer story. And why do you want me to rename my base? Interrupt your base computer. You mean the thing that's outside? In this acid rainstorm? Yeah, no thanks, game. I'm good.
Technology recharge.
What am I meant to be doing? Oh, rename my base. Alright, fine, fuck it. Yeah, that's the long and short of it. Oh, that's not even. I can't see shit.
Toxic protection falling.
I mean, like, that's what it feels like. Because it was like every, like, oh.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Here lies Dino's problems. Because this is where the computer story ended. So this is where my problems will lay to rest. Beautiful. I hate this place. But man, like, it's literally, like, everything that could have gone wrong, went wrong. And that's what pisses me off about that whole thing. But also nothing pisses me off more than that fucking Redditor let me down that rabbit hole. We ever meet, we're gonna fight. You cry about it. I hope you have computer issues. Like the worst ones imaginable. And again, like it was still a lucky thing that like spending money on the GPU worked out, like, and the power source, like those worked out at least. And yeah, now that I know more or less how to do it, I could switch out the GPU. Which apparently I didn't even do a bad job according to the guy who's seen like a shit ton of computers. But man, like I haven't used the computer in a few weeks because I just cannot stand the idea of doing things with it. Which I'm gonna have to kind of just swallow my pride, or whatever you want to call it, and just push forward in a day or two. But it really was a scenario of everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. Like outside the GPU and the power source, everything else, like it was like God was watching his favorite show and his least favorite character was going through the toughest time possible, and he was extending that. That shit ain't allowed to end. No, no, no. Let's not be reasonable here. And it plays parts. Yeah, I want to fucking destroy the shit out of this. And I'm gonna say I did stupidly. I don't like to talk about money stuff. I did actually at one point consider just buying a whole new computer because that's how far this problem had gone. And my biggest piece of advice through all this is like through all these issues, always take your stuff to a expert. They are going to know what to do. Like, I know the idea of leaving your computer with someone that you don't know and don't trust. Like, I get it. Trust me, I was very nervous about that too. And that's the reason why I took it back to the previous guy, because he had fixed the last problem, and that gained my trust a little bit. I don't know. But, like, God. When I die and meet God, if he exists, man, I am going... The first action is going to be me, like, drop-kicking the hell out of him. Like, let's see absolute omnipotence protect you from a Dino King dropkick. For all those computer issues. Everything else that's gone on in my life, I have moved on and forgiven. Not this! He has created a worldwide enemy. And I'm still kind of annoyed. Like, that's the thing. It's been weeks, and I'm still kind of annoyed just thinking about it. And I don't think I'm ever going to get as mad as this. And if the answer is yes, you are, what could possibly fucking happen that is worse than this? Well, I was gonna say, like, outside, like, a death in the family or something, like, there can't be something that's worse than all this. Like, going homeless and losing all my money would be nothing compared to that. Because the worst part of this isn't even, like, all the money I spent, alright? And again, I'm not... Like, the 800 is the number I'm giving, okay? That's the number I'm gonna give. I definitely spent more, but that's the number you're getting, and I don't like talking about money stuff. But, like, the worst part about this was that it left me in a state of I can't really do anything creatively. Which, if you know me, you know I love creative stuff. I have a insane creative drive. Oh, man, this place sucks.
Toxic protection. Stabilizing.
Me? Oh, I think we figured that out. Ugh. It was fucking ridiculous, man. Like, and I know it's ridiculous because even you were like, "Oh no," kind of thing. Because usually when I say something, like even if it's a bad thing and I'm stressed about it, Joyce, you'll usually crack a small joke like, "Haha, like, haha, Lamau, oh man." Like, and even I will play up my anger for comedy in scenarios like this because it's like, it ain't worth getting too mad over. Like, it'll be solved soon. But this reached a point where I was just like, dude, this has to be resolved soon or I am just done. Like, there was a good few seconds where I was just like, I'm not gonna be in a creative space anymore. Like, what do I need? Metal plating. Oh my, I don't want metal plating. I've seen enough of it. Oh my god, I gotta collect the dust! What is this? What is this? Okay, I'll analyze all this. But it's like, man, like I make jokes about scenarios because haha funny, haha it'll be resolved soon. That shit lasted like a month. If anyone ever bitches to me about their computer problems, they're getting slapped. Like, I don't care. They're getting slapped. Oh, no, that's an 8-year-old child. And? These hands ready for everyone. Do not complain to me about computer issues after dealing with something for a month. And maybe that's not a long time in the grand scheme of things of computer issues. But, like, man, I don't even want to, like, upgrade the parts into the computer anymore without just passing the computer onto someone else and being like, do this for me. I will sit here and wait the 20 minutes it takes. But, yeah, honestly, it's where I left my sanity behind. Blah, 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 obvious joke, blah, blah, what's handy, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I didn't make the plating. And the worst part about this isn't even all that, okay? I'm just gonna say it right now. The worst part about this is that if this story ever gets big enough and goes out there, then I could just sneeze one day. And then then there'll be people being like, but do you still have computer problems? Salvaged data. Where do I get salvaged data? Did I have salvaged data earlier? Did I get rid of it? Because that sounds like me. Okay, can I build a chest then? How about that? I'd like to build a chest. I can't build a chest. Okay, that's fine. Oh, wait. Oh, that's for floor. I don't want to decorate the base with flowers. Alright, while Joyce is off, I'm going to quickly swap my controller. It's very hot, by the way. Like, I think I'm getting... It doesn't help that I was getting mad during that story. Select at the construction... Is that not what this is? Yeah, that is what this is. So why can't I... Yeah, why can't I learn that? Salvage module. Where do I get a salvage module? Oxygen-rich plant. Cool. Die in a fire. Oh my god, like... Anyways. Oxygen. An oxygen thing. I wasn't referring to the FNAF song that I've never listened to.
Toxic protection. Warning.
Well, I was referring to, the song that's really popular that I never listened to. But, you know, should probably listen to it at some point. Oh, I can just pick them up. How dare you? Living slime. Well, I totally want to carry this on me. Slime that's living, don't mind if I do. Your fault for nearly 10 years of friendship. You didn't have to accept that party invite all the way back in Primal Carnage. And yeah, to get out, yes, that's how we met. Like, I have actually been asked about that in the past, and I've never answered it. Because I think people think it's a more interesting story than it is. But it literally boils down to, I basically bothered my parents to take me home from my grandma's early because I'm an asshole and I wanted to play Primal Carnage. Because I bought the game that day. And then we ended up going home, and I just joined a random server. And this was back when I just sent random, like, invites to parties and, friend requests. And that's how we met. Like, that is legit. How we met. Again, not very interesting, but most friends meetings aren't. God, I'm still raffled from that story. And by all accounts, I shouldn't be. Oh my god, fucking... I forgot to name my base, Here Lies Donald's Problems, and the name just popped up in the fucking distance. Man, what a beautiful base. It's totally not terrible at all, and I totally don't hate it. But I can say that, again, computer problems are behind me. At some point, I'm going to get like a new memory drive or something. And have someone else fucking put it in, because I'm not doing that. And some more RAM parts for it. Which maybe I'll put those in, because those do look very easy to put in and take out. But it is not happening for a long time. I refuse.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
What? You joke, but that is a current issue. I'm looking. I think I got rid of one I needed that I had earlier.
Toxic protection falling.
I may have to hit up a different planet if I can. Oh my god, it fucking says the name every single time. I hate everything. Like, I entered the base and it's like, your base. Here lies Dino's problems. You know, amazing question. By points for 1 salvage data. Yeah? Okay. We're hitting the old Google during the stream. That's how you know we're truly back. Salvage data. Get out and dig and repeat. Have it as a side activity. No. It's like, I definitely got rid of something I needed. That sounds like me. So missions targets me point with a target sweep. Mission service not available. How goddamn dare you? Insufficient power. Suck my nuts. Yeah, I probably got rid of what I'm pretty sure I had it because it's just meant to give it to you, and then I got rid of it to make room for random shit. As painful as that sounds, that's unfortunately probably accurate. Copper deposit. You know, there's a fossil thing. I'm gonna fuck with fossils. Does anyone out there play the game Fossil Fighters, where you're like the dinosaurs fighting? Is that the one with the dinosaurs where you're like fighting like the construction equipment on like the house at the end, or is that a completely different game? I probably sound like I'm on drugs saying that, but that is a game I randomly remember every now and again, and I need to know it wasn't a fever dream. Yes, and I repeatedly played it so much. I think you're right. Oh my god, that does sound so familiar. Well, I can confirm I definitely got rid of the thing I had, but luckily found some. There you go. See, problem solved. Also, we didn't talk about this earlier, and I guess we might as well talk about it now. The whole Sonic Frontiers Definitive Edition. I might as well put my opinion out there as one of the Sonic Frontiers glazers. How much do I glaze the game? I constantly go back and forth between that being my favorite Sonic game and Shadow Generations. Alright, so let's put that out there. I am the Sonic Glazer. Do I think that we needed a definitive edition of a game that's like 3 years old? No. And I'm really hoping definitive just means like a better version for like newer generation consoles. And I'm also hoping that they don't expect people to spend like $70 on it. But it's also painful because I have in the background been planning to stream Frontiers.
Item received.
Yay, finally did the thing. Were you, I don't think you pay too much attention to the actual Sonic game content. Were you, if you do, were you around during launch of the third update and the whole business with the Master King Coco trial? That was insanity, wasn't it? And I'm just gonna admit it. No, I didn't beat it on hard because I pulled an all-nighter to beat that. So you're damn skipping that. I didn't beat it on hard. And for those who don't know, the big problem was with it, and this is for you, George, in case you didn't know, the final challenge right before the final boss had it where you had to beat all 3 Titans of Sonic Frontiers in a row. You get 400 rings maximum, and the parry window, if you've probably seen Frontiers, you know how you can just hold it in Frontiers for like 15 seconds and it'll be fine? Yeah, they adjusted it to where it's less than a frame. It's like one third of a frame. And yeah. And by the way, your rings don't restore between fights. You lost 200 rings fighting Giganto? Ha! Have fun with 400 rings fighting the Wyvern. Oh, but the rings in the sky, removed. Oh, but you can solo. Nope. And I wish I had uploaded my footage, because I wish I could, that you could hear the horror when I realized that, because Giganto beat me a few times because of the, like, maybe he didn't even beat me, but like, it took some time because you're also locked at level 1, so you do piss poor damage. And like, I got to the Wyvern fight, and I had like probably like 300 rings, maybe 250, and I'm thinking, okay, like, and I'm like looking at it, I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, okay, I'll just get some rings, and I immediately side loop, nothing, and I'm like, no, and I'm like, no, come on, and I'm like, come on, guys, please tell me you missed something. Like, please tell me there's an oversight. And I proceeded to lose the Wyvern for like 20 minutes, and then I swapped to easy. Like, I swapped to the easiest difficulty, and still was stuck on it for like 3 hours. But man, I saw some horror stories, and I'm gonna tell you right now, apparently there were some patches that made it easier. I don't know if they touched the hardest, well, technically second hardest difficulty version, which is hard. Like, I don't know if they messed with that. If not, we're gonna see me pull out my hair, because I will gladly throw myself against that wall. And the hitbox isn't even the worst part, by the way, Joyce. It's the fact. There we go. It's the fact that because of how Frontiers was designed, obviously Frontiers wasn't designed with that in mind. And so you have, like I see, you have a game that wasn't designed with a parry window like that in mind, with animations that don't match. You know Giganto's like big spin attack he can do? But yeah, if you parry when his arms are coming at you, fuck you! You're parrying too early, stupid! You have to wait until he finishes spinning his arms and he's recovering. That's when the hitbox is activated. And it's literally all like literally that for like everything. The only one that makes sense is ranged attacks, where if the missile is touching Sonic, that's when you parry and then it counts. And that's not even the worst one. The worst one is Wyverns. Like, you know that big swing? Okay, that's a shot at my girl's ass. I would like to... I would like to not have this view anymore, game. Alright, thank you. Anyway, like, you remember how Wyvern does that, like, that attack where it, like, kind of, like, it flies in a circle real quick and swipes at the claw at you? Yeah, I'm just gonna say now, if you parry right when the claw's about to hit you, that's too late. So you're probably thinking, okay, do it like as it starts. No. That's too early. You have to do it as it starts to swing its claw, when it is like 6 fucking Sonics away from you. Like, what? Like Kishimoto, my guy, what the hell? Investigate the space station. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, that's what you're fucking talking about. Which honestly, that is like one of my hopes for a quote-unquote Frontiers 2, even though I do not think it's going to be called Frontiers 2, is that they tighten up things like that. Like, I love Frontiers because of its jank. The jank made it hilarious. Like, spin dashing into something and having Sonic fly 50 miles into the air and land somewhere completely different. That's hilarious. I love it. Do I think that should be the standard for video games in general? No, not really. Also, I'm going to get out of the way. No, I do not think Infinite is going to be in the next big Sonic game. People only think that because it's apparently called Sonic Eclipse, and what he was collecting in the Chaos files was like the Eclipse things, or what are they called? I do think Tori's going to be important though, since she's been getting teased since before Frontiers. But yeah, overall opinions on Frontiers Definitive Edition is, I have no opinion. Is there a trailer? Is the game out? Do I know exactly what's definitive about it? I make it a point to not really have an opinion on games until I can see something about it. Unless your name is Dead by Daylight. In that case, I will create all the opinions about you. Which, to be fair, most of my problems with Dead by Daylight is the community and not really the game itself. And yeah, pot calling kettle black, but you know what? Like, I don't really see a lot of... yeah. I don't see a lot of good from the DBD community, unfortunately. I know it's there, but their community is talented. But I don't know, but generally, with DBD, besides FNAF, they haven't really done anything lately to really wow me. And I never talked about it, and I never planned to, but since we're on topic, no, I was not shocked about Vecna coming to DVD. No, I wasn't happy with it. I don't hate Stranger Things, but do you know what I do hate? Vecna as a character. And maybe now's a bad time to admit that I actually didn't even get past the first episode of the season he first appears in. Like, I saw him, I saw his power set, and I just did not like what I saw, and I was just like, I'm good. Okay, I think I'm meant to fly out of here. Yeah, it's a space station. What the hell is wrong with me? A 0%. What do you mean? Do I have to walk all the way back because I thought it was on the ground? Ugh. Just, ugh. Ugh, I say. Ugh, ugh, he said calmly. I don't know what idea is worse. The idea of that computer store being the new Silly-Dillo, or the Silly-Dillo stuff remaining in place as like my thing, quote unquote. Even though it doesn't really expand beyond like friend circles. I don't even know if I ever told, like, just a quick context. My Silly-Dillo fight because I played Forgotten Land, like, Silly-Dillo is a boss in Forgotten Land, and I played the game around launch. And apparently I was the only one to ever experience this, because I never saw anything about it anywhere else, but my Silly-Dillo fight broke on like 2 to 3 separate occasions. And it wasn't even a normal fight. It was exclusively, like, for the final boss, where you have to do that boss rush. And that stupid fucking roll that I had trouble dodging, the one time I dodge it, he straight up gets stuck in the wall. And admittedly, at first it's hilarious, because haha, he's stuck in the wall. Except, oh, I can't damage him because, like, he's stuck and I don't have a thing. So, I can't hurt him, and he can't hurt me. And when I say roll, I am specifically talking about the Sonic the Hedgehog roll, and not his little, like, dance move he does. Just to clarify that. And I do end up having to restart that, by the way. Like, I retry the fight, and it basically breaks the entire thing for some reason, so it's like, okay, you gotta restart the whole thing, because now it just won't work. In fact, I'm pretty sure he didn't even spawn is what happened. So, obviously couldn't progress the fucking boss fight, because Silly-Dillo decided that he was just gonna clock out and leave. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that was an option. Oh, I need a refuel. Oh, okay. And it happens at least one more time. It might be 2, it might be 3 more. Not 3, 2. Oh. Where's my fucking thing? I need to make uranium. Find and construct launch fuel. You know what? Game, leave me alone. Construct, okay. Dehydrate and acquired. Construct starship fuel. Oh, I just do that from here? Wild. But anyway, it happened at least twice, and it's basically become a huge gag in like inner friend circles that armadillos in general hate me. Which that's like an expansion of it. It was originally Silly-Dillo, but then I played a different game, and I think it was that new Ninja Gaiden game, which has a fucking armadillo boss, and then that one broke on me. It was nowhere near as bad, but he still got stuck. And so it's literally just kickstarted the joke that, like, I pissed off some kind of armadillo god in a past life. Hey. Alright, let me push this with my fingers better. To do this. I can now finally go to the space station. Oh my god, I almost crashed into it. Holy shit, spaceships are really slow. Are they this slow in real life? Oh, how dare. I do like this good enough. Don't know if I'll play more of it, because Palworld's like the current big project, and that's still not a finished game yet. Though they are supposedly finishing it. Oh, hey Gladys. They are supposedly finishing it this year. So, that'll be awesome. Hey, look at that. It took nearly 2.5 hours to get to the fucking space station, which is like the main fucking thing. I'm so good at video games. Are you fucking seal? What the hell? hear that. Oh, my God, this way. I'm not going to know. Is there anyone else? Before, looks at me with alarm before waking me away. Okay. Find life forms to ask her about the mysterious signal. Hey. Yeah, I agree. I am not going to say anything nice. 16. Which used to be my favorite number. We're watching you travel around. I haven't been paying attention for like the past 3 hours game, so no. Well, that's it. We're just going back. I think this is fine. Ah, I see. Look at that, when I'm not distracted talking to my bud, I can play games decently. Oh my god. I regret everything. Or to here lies Dallas' problems. Yep, let's go to where my problems lie. I do plan to go for about 2 more hours, though, guys. Because it's birthday soon, I want to go a little longer than what I would usually do. I hate that I can't. I wish I built the base first. Like, the base first. I don't know why I'm hiding in here. I've got, like, enough toxic stuff. Oh, but this is like normal rain. It's fine. Decryption. A lot of 16s. Let me place among the stars. Oh, I'll take her serious, Chris. I was like, is that something I can like turn off? True story. I had to actually stop playing whatchamacallit? The Guardians of the Galaxy game. Copyright claims. Like almost every single stream got copyright claimed. Yeah. And yeah, they added a function later, and might have had it at the time, that like turns off the copyright music, but it's just like, that's kind of the point of Guardians, at least in the movies. Maybe the comics are different. Then again, comics probably match the movies by now. And so I just ended up saying, nah. Though I did eventually go back and play it again on my own and ended up beating it. Very good game. Amazing that that was made by the same people that made Avengers. And very depressing that we're probably not going to get any like follow-up to it, because this is actually a really good game. Yeah, I can walk the rest of the way. This is a dope game, I will say that. Unfortunately, I don't think it has an ending, and B, Power World is still the big stream game that I need to get back to at some point. But once that's done, we'll see, because I don't expect Pal Farm or the dating sim to come out anytime soon. And I can't believe that those are words I have to utter. I love those developers, but god damn it. Like, imagine talking about your favorite Pokemon game and having to be like, oh, my favorite one's the one where you get to fuck Pikachu. It feels different from Power World, because to be fair, Power World is in on the joke on things like that. Like, they even made it where you can recruit the first boss as like a companion. Which, no idea if you can do it with the others. I just think it's hilarious that they made the trailer for the dating sim Power World game as a joke for April Fools, and people loved the idea so much that they were all just like, okay, we're gonna actually make it a game. Like, damn, what a development team. Which I can also say, by the way, it is that I have, oh bless you, I have been binging. I've been binging AFML roleplay videos.
Technology recharge.
And
Technology recharge.
what's up? Get out. What did it say? It actually cut out again. I'm not even kidding. I'm just gonna assume you said fried.
Technology
Which, yeah.
recharge.
If you're wondering why, A, she made a lot of roleplays that... Because first off, I'm doing the binge because
Toxic protection.
she did a roleplay back then called My Street When Angels Fall, which was like the 6th season to that series, even though there's like 3 or 4 more other things that you have to watch to understand that. Like before you can even watch season 6. And it was left at that. Why? It happened to come out around 2019 when a small little game came out called Fortnite, and a lot of people started to play that. Am I the only one who remembers when Minecraft was actually kind of dead for a few years because of Fortnite? Like hell, like even the roleplay scene was dying because people started roleplaying on Fortnite. But it's just like, and that's not all that happened. 2019. Anyone remember a year later something kind of happened in 2020? So yeah, as you can expect, she kind of just couldn't work on her stuff in a studio anymore. And this is something we only got confirmation of recently. That roleplay, I think, was like 30 episodes. Got a few million views each episode, like at least 1 to 2 million. So, not bad, right? They lost money on it. Yeah. Like her husband, who did an Everything Wrong video on it. And just to say it, Everything Wrong with videos in nature aren't actively hating on that thing. That raft that they did at that had earned them more money than that entire series. Yeah, it's very depressing. And this is the only time you'll hear me defend someone who does those made-for-kids videos. And when I say made-for-kids videos, I'm not talking about videos marked made for kids. I'm referring to what people call as brain slop, or whatever the term they're using now. Basically, if you've ever seen a video where it's like, so-and-so is sad in Minecraft. So and so is Huggy Wuggy in Minecraft. Yeah, she does those videos on her main channel now. And I will only defend it because it's being used to fund roleplays now. I know. Yeah. Yeah, like, now she's posting on a different channel, and I don't think a single one has, besides the trailer for, the new My Street season, I don't think any of them have gotten over 1 million views. Like, there might be 1 or 2 that do. Yeah, it's just unfortunate. Like, I do think My Street Season 6, or Season 7, or Season 7 or 8, is going to be the thing that could potentially put Minecraft roleplays back on the map. Because it's not like that they haven't been happening. It's just that people stopped caring because they're not really the big thing anymore. And unfortunately, proven by Iron Lung, people kind of have short attention spans. Girl, how dare a movie... Oh, okay, hang on. This is gonna sound a bit weird because I gotta fix something. But how dare a movie be 2 hours and not directly tell me every little detail? How dare I have to use my brain to figure things out? Which I don't know if I ever talked about it. Yes, I saw it. Very good movie. Loved it. In fact, I was kind of surprised more people didn't like it. But I'm also willing to admit that I have a FNAF brain set a lot of times. So a movie that needs me to solve what's going on as I watch it was probably always going to do well with me. Like, I actually saw people complaining that they didn't understand the monster. And, spoilers, that's kind of the point of a cosmic horror. Like, hell, I actively don't... Yeah. Like, I actively dislike that we know so much about a character like Bill Cipher. Like, we should have had his fucking origin story and stuff now. Which is kind of silly, and I know he's not fully cosmic horror, but he leans into it enough where I think it counts. I mean, his entry scene literally has him yanking teeth out of a deer and then putting them back in. I think it counts. So technically, you can count Discord, except he doesn't get to lean into the horror as much because... Good show. Extreme Kid. A really good Uber Kid show, but an Uber Kid show. And no, I'm not going to talk about the death battle. I have brought up my opinion on it enough times. But to get it away, I like the death battle. Don't agree with the verdict. There you go. That's all you need to know about it. Like, I'm going to talk about it. Like, effectively, they do bring that up. That it's technically scaling, but through a different character that's a living concept like Discord. But apparently Discord had claimed that it would take her of like years, like possibly millions of years to actually come back, since you can't destroy concepts completely. And Death Battle's opinion on that stuff is, if they can't immediately return to the fight, then the fight's over. It is, yeah, pretty much. Like, that is still my favorite ending to a Death Battle ever, because A, we get to see Scary Discord, and after he's reformed, you don't really get to see it a lot in the show. Like, his entire monologue of them being on equal levels, and him ending it with like, "I know how you die." It's like, God damn, what the fuck? And Bill's monologue is awesome too, where I don't remember the exact dialogue, where he's like, "Oh, like you think you were equals, that you're safe in here, like you so," and then he hits him with the "I'm an all-seeing God," and straight up turns into a fucking living statue, takes his hand, sticks it through his eye, which is turned into stained glass, and punches the Spirit of Discord into his hand to yank him out of his head. Which also, yeah, that also pissed Bill off. I don't know if you've seen the fight, but like he crushes Discord, and Discord rises out as a spirit, and immediately goes into his mind, and which I think it was the best way to do that, because they do cover that in the verdict, that Bill wouldn't go into Discord's mind unless he wanted something, and Discord would never accept a deal from Bill. So I do think that was the best way to implement that aspect of them. And Bill immediately just goes like, "You're messing with my mind?" And he's like, "This is my thing, you hack!" It's like, damn, like he ain't even done anything, and he's pissing him off already. But man, that ending, I do think that is probably the perfect ending when it comes to a hero versus villain fight, to specify. Because I think hero versus hero fights have been done better with their endings. But as Discord is on his spirit is getting burnt away, and then just accepts that he's lost. With him even going like, "Oh well, it was worth a try," and then he straight up goes like, "Oh, but still, I'm surprised you didn't recognize your old home," and reality straight up falls apart to reveal that he had taken them both back into the nightmare dimension. And as Bill reaches the portal, it collapses straight up into like dust that forms Discord's face, blowing raspberries at Bill. And Bill is just furious, and he stares at Discord, who simply laughs at him as he crushes him. And it's just like, goddamn, like this is like the first time where we have an intentional time where the loser kind of won over the victor. I would like more.
Technology installed.
Oh, I need more of those. Yeah. I mean, it's also a thing of like, I think we need more army fights, but like, too much of a good thing maybe. Like, the only one I can think of that we could oh my god, that we could potentially get is Xenomorph, like the Xenomorphs versus the Flood. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't really want that. Like, I don't think Xenomorphs have any good spread for a matchup. Because it's either you do an army fight, which is already problematic, or you use one Xenomorph and you basically have to composite it. But like, if you can't composite a Predator, which is my main issue with Boba Fett versus the Predator, then you definitely can't composite a Xenomorph. But, yeah, so like the best option is definitely an army fight, but I really don't want an army fight with Xenomorphs. Because that kind of just falls into the action of what the species is, instead of the horror that one could do. Because that's where I think the most potential is have it be one character versus one Xenomorph, and the Xenomorph, and like lay into like Alien Isolation type stuff, with it constantly hiding and coming out to try to overwhelm. If it gets overwhelmed, it runs off and hides and vents. But that probably won't get a lot of views because, you know, it's not mindless bashing against a wall, which unfortunately those do better. What's that? Yeah.
Units received. Units received.
No. True.
Units received. Units received.
Yeah. No. I guess I'll still Cobalt.
Units received. Units received.
They're apparently making a animated Venom movie.
Units received.
Which I don't know what the obsession with Venom is lately. Well, okay, I do know. Money.
Units received.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, unlike everyone else, I do think he's a character that works without Spider-Man. I do think he does. But I don't know. After Venom and the Last Dance, I'm not like jumping for yeah. And people will still find it shocking that I liked the first two Venom movies, but hated Venom and the Last Dance. Which, first off, how can you not hate that movie? Secondly, I hate Noel. Like, that's literally all you need to know about it. Is I hate that character so much, and the main plot focuses around him. And unfortunately, that bastard keeps inserting himself. Skip him. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what companies are doing currently. Besides falling apart at the seams, like High Guard, for example. Like, that shit didn't even last not long enough for me to stream. Ouch. For me to stream it as a joke, which I almost did, and then I luckily came to my fucking senses and realized, wait, I wouldn't like a game like that. So, like, I just ended up not streaming it. Sucks too, because apparently it was pretty alright, especially when compared to, Concord. And yeah, I totally forgot the name of it for a second. I cannot tell you... Actually, I can tell you one of the characters' names, which is Starchild, and I can't tell you any of the others.
Toxic protection. Falling.
And I can definitely tell you that I only like probably 3 designs total. What's worse, we were there... Okay. What's up? And I'm like... like... I'm not even a great designer. But like, man, I cannot explain to you half the designs. Little portable refiner? Oh boy. I love portable refiners. I've built like 5 already. Yeah, like hell, High Guard didn't last long enough. Like, High Guard didn't last long enough to, for a new Sonic reveal to happen. which is probably the most insane thing, that that game came out and just disappeared before Sonic made a new big game announcement. Which, that's either speaking on High Guard or speaking on Sonic not saying anything. Fine. Oh, we're fine. Okay, thank God. Oh my good God. I thought I was going to have to make more of those fucking wires.
Recharge.
Grommet metal. And copper. Where's my copper? I appear to have misplaced my copper. I've seen a couple of them. I haven't really messed with them. Mostly because I'm scared that they'll, like, beat... I was gonna say, I'm afraid they're gonna beat the shit out of me. Ah, here we are. That's a dope game. Creature bounce. I like it. Like, actually, you know, technically, we did get a big Sonic announcement. So, you know what, High Guard? I apologize. We got the fourth of the movie's title, which was just Sonic 4. Like, I don't know why that needed a title reveal. But, hey. I've seen people doing that. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's like the big thing you're hoping for, because isn't that like your favorite form of his? Oh, it's a storm. I mean, I love it.
Toxic protection falling.
And like, yeah, I get why people are disappointed with it in the death metal, because to be fair, he doesn't really do anything with it. I mean, yeah, I've seen so many people point that out. Like, it's like, oh, it's just like a thing. Like that form just never really works out for him. And I'm like, I don't think that's what the intention was. Like, hmm. Yeah. Oh, from orbit. Oh, okay. What's up? I mean, honestly, I would say something like, "Oh, why haven't I done that?" Don't know. I mean, true. Alrighty. Alright. I will. Bye. Alright, hang on, guys. We'll go for like 1 less hour is what I think. Okay, we need fuel. We need to make that. And I need that by metal platings and dehydrogen. Metal platings easy. Make 1. Let's go find some dehydrogen, which I think is from those like little crystal things. Could also be from this. No. Yeah. Definitely a dope game so far. Yeah, 10:45 is what we'll go to. I was gonna go 11:30, but I'm not gonna sit here in the fucking heat, sweating, for like 2 hours if I don't have to. If I don't have someone to help me ignore it. Okay. Which I think I talked about everything I wanted to talk about. Because the birthday stream did become a stream of, oh, we've got to talk about like a million different things because of all the shit that's happened. I mean, all I was going to say before was, I don't know why. Like, I know there was the rumor of the movie being called Sonic CD or something like that, or Sonic Heroes. I think it was Sonic CD, right? Was that the rumor? I don't know. Sorry. Red fart. Can I build missing components? What am I missing? Just need metal plate? Okay, I'll build another metal plate. Let's build 5. Any more crystals? Ammonia. They're like H's, right? JP's. Yeah, I do like this game. It's a really dope game. Am I going to stream it after this? Probably not. It's definitely a good turn your brain off game too.
Technology recharge.
And to get out of the way, because I totally forgot to talk about it.
Technology recharge.
No, that shouldn't. I'm gonna assume that's not too rare.
Toxic protection. Falling.
I won't be doing a review of the Halloween game. I don't really like doing reviews as much as I used to, for various reasons.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
That was probably a little early to do that, but it's fine. I still dislike that running is R3. Like, most confusing shit I've ever seen in my life. What the fuck, man? Hand of care. Used for nothing, apparently. I have been wondering if that's like something useful. Oh, maximum health grade. Neat. But yeah, I do sincerely apologize for how late this stream is, even though I've been making jokes. Oh, not late. It is, and like a relic. Hold on, that sounds cool. Let's go check that out. And like, yeah, again, been making jokes about it, but I don't like that it was so delayed. I appear to be harvesting this plant instead of the fucking rock that I wanted right here. Oh, how's my gauntlet? Is it really needed or is it recommended? But yeah, I will say, computer store is going to be combined into a video. Which honestly, it's probably how I'll be spending my day tomorrow, is getting that prepped and uploaded, because I am getting back to work on stuff Wednesday. I almost said right, as if someone else is supposed to be directing me. I gotta be honest, I lost the place I was heading to. Yes. Yeah, sure, why not? Did I just learn, like, a word? Oh, there's the thing I was looking for. Oh, it's subterranean, so it's probably like in a cave over here. Ah, sure. We haven't explored a cave yet. We'll say we're not doing 5. I will say we're not doing 5 hours because you cannot get a 5-hour stream out of me anymore. Have I not scanned that yet? No, I have. Identify plant? Well, it gives me oxygen, so... Not very unidentified anymore, is it? What the fuck? Okay, what are these cubes for? Are they just to be sold? Because this feels untrustworthy. This is a fun game. So I'm just gonna put that out there. I am enjoying myself. Am having fun. Probably not gonna stream this game again. Like, oh, that's the cave. Ugh, bit of a boring cave, but okay. Ow! Motherfucker! You get to die for that.
Toxic protection falling.
What is that purple? That's on top of my thing. It's not my ship. It doesn't show up when I go into like the scanner. Speaking of, I gotta get closer to the ship. So say let's like fill up the ship and leave. Interloper. I am sure just learning word by word. Reminds me, I bought a book on how to learning Japanese. Haven't even opened it yet. I truly am the ultimate procrastinator.
Technology recharge.
I'm looking straight up. I should be able to hyperdrive. So what? It'll probably like kill all the planet's inhabitants. Okay. Oh, that planet. That makes a lot more sense. Oh, no it doesn't. Okay, yes it does. This planet good? Alright, can we get... Yeah, let's get closer to the ground. So I don't got fucking fire in my face. Why is it still fire? I'm not in the planet's atmosphere anymore. Fuck you, I'll walk the rest of the way. I don't know, maybe... Oh, hey, more things.
Ground protection falling.
I don't know what that is, but I don't want to mess with it. Goddamn -63. What the fuck is that? Aw, actually, he's kind of cute. Unless he tries to kill me, then I'm gonna murder the shit out of him. What? Hang on. My friend asked me if she should get a one of Afghan's meows. And she's only asking, not because I have any, but because, which it does make it sound like I have some, but I don't. I basically saw one on eBay when I was, because I was like, I don't even remember what I was doing actually. What was I doing? Yeah, we'll get here in a minute. Just 126. But I was like looking on like, no, it's still like now game. Okay, maybe it's not too late. Let's get my ship here. Oh, it's gonna land on me. I was like, right, I don't remember what I was looking up. I was looking something up related to Aphmau. And then I ended up just seeing like postings on eBay of her meows. And there was one for like $100. And I get it, like, I think the idea is that they're like randomized, like you don't know which one you're getting. And that was like a really cool one, I think. So, you know, that's probably why. And I texted her about it, and I was like, oh, like, what the? And I was like, wow. And I made some kind of snarky comment. And was just like, I don't know what the point of like of these things was. Hang on. No, not for, not or, for. I told her to buy it for the bit. Okay, I didn't tell her to buy it. Like, she was like, oh, should I buy this? And I'm like, for the bit, always. And then I was like, and I'm like, if you don't want it, and I'm like, if you really don't want it, how committed are you to the bit? And she's like, for the bit, always. Or something that I've already forgotten. God, why is L3? You're not gonna shoot me, are you?
Ground protection falling.
This looks like a fucking, like, mining facility. Well, let me Arthur my ass away from here. I would like to see what this is that we're heading towards before stream's over. Which, to be fair, stream's going to end in like 40 minutes, so should be plenty of time. I'm playing a very dangerous game. I'm resting my foot right next to my drink. So if it tips over at any point and you hear absolute panic, that's why. Honestly, I probably won't even do 10:45. I'll probably do 10:30. He says knowing that he'll do like 10:15 or... Honestly, I'll probably end it after we reach this. But to extend it, we'll reach it on foot. And man, I'm playing Donkey Kong Bonanza. No, haven't played it. Don't own a Switch 2. Don't know if I will play it. My friend wants me to join a voice chat. So let's book it to this thing that I'm slowly caring less about. Oh, I'm definitely caring less about it. If I'm reaching this thing in 10 minutes... Oh my god, are you kidding me? Okay. I don't care enough about this. I mean, it's already been nearly 3 hours, right? Like, if it's been 3 hours... Yeah, 3 hours and 15 minutes. So, I'm going to end it here. It's really hot. I don't care enough about this. And I will gladly join a voice chat for this. Like, hell yeah. So, thank y'all for joining for this year for the birthday stream. I will hopefully be back in a week or two for Power World. I know it's been a while, but I need to like do the base stuff that I said I was going to do. So yeah, tomorrow should be the computer story uploaded. So yeah, I'll see you. I'll see you guys around. Goodbye.